This is ITTV.
We thank you for tuning into tomorrow. This week, we're in Boston at IACP, the International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference. And not just because I'm a former police officer for many years, but because there's a lot of cool tech here for law enforcement, for fire, for military, for security, all kinds of, you might say, dynamic stuff here in Boston. You'll see what I did there in a second, because we're in the Boston Dynamics exhibit here at IACP, and we're chatting with Vatche Arabian. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And as always, in any show where we see Boston Dynamics and the robotic Spot dogs, right? We had to come and chat with you, and since you have the controls, he's going to share with us what they're showing here at Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, we're showing Spot, the robot dog. So Spot is keeping people out of harm's way every day in many different applications. So what we've been demonstrating here is Spot's mobility, Spot's ability to pick up and place objects that may be dangerous, and you want to keep people far, far out of harm's way.
Yes, we've been seeing grenades and things of that nature, of course all fake here in the exhibit, but the ability for Spot to do its job without endangering a human life.
Exactly. So Spot can go in first through the door, so people don't have to. So I can demonstrate what that looks like now.
Yes, please. I mean, he just checked the video at intotomorrow.com, but if you're hearing just the radio portion, but he's had him go up the stairs here in their exhibit, and now he's going to open the door, allegedly, and walk in to perhaps a dangerous situation.
Exactly. So all you really need to do is give the robot some high-level commands. So you tell the robot where the hinge is, as well as where the doorknob is, and the robot does the rest. So just a couple button pushes, and then the robot goes through the door.
Yes, I mean, it looks like he's marching into, look at that, just so easy. Opens the door and then holds it open for himself to go inside, and then slams it behind himself. But he's allegedly not only taking care of things, but showing the officers remotely via video what danger, if any, there is.
Exactly. So the robot can be equipped with different sensors, cameras, radiological, chemical sensors. So again, if there's some threat in there that you need to know more about, the robot allows you more time and keeps you out of harm's way.
Now, can he come out of this room, or do you have to bring him out yourself?
I have to drive the robot back out. So to come back out, we'll point the arm at the doorknob, tell it that the hinge is on the left side, and it is now a pull. So we'll hit open door, and the robot will start moving. And because it's pulling, it will actually hold the door open with its arm and its leg. And he's going.
Of course, your screen does say opening door. Yep, here he comes.
There he goes.
Come on, Spot.
See the foot's holding it.
Yeah. So it's not the person that was inside having lunch holding it. The robot's holding it.
It was the robot. Yeah.
And then he'd presumably come downstairs, but if he has something of danger with him, he would pick up that bomb or grenade or whatever the case.
Exactly. It could be something radiological or chemical. Again, the idea is the robot is in harm's way instead of a person. Yeah.
And how effective have they been with various police agencies in terms of, again, saving lives?
Hugely. So there's a great story with Mass State Police back in March where the robot was responding to a barricaded suspect scenario. LAPD just a couple weeks ago, same thing, where the robot was used to retrieve a firearm, from a potential suspect. The robot's been hugely successful. Yeah.
And I would imagine some of these dirtbags would probably try to shoot the robot or harm it in some way, but they are also extremely well built, so they can take some abuse, hopefully, right?
Yeah, the robot is drop tested, it's IP54 rated, it's very resilient. We put it through its paces on robustness for sure.
Gotcha. And how much does it weigh?
It weighs 100 pounds.
Okay, so easily handled by a couple of officers or SWAT team members that say, hey, you go in, tell us what we're looking at.
Exactly, that's the idea. So it can come out of the truck or vehicle really quickly. It's a two-man lift. and it can be up and running in just a couple minutes and sent downrange to the target.
I can imagine, other than impressing us, that you can't make them do a flip or anything, but will they do anything fun or fancy just to like entertain the school kids if you bring the robot to school?
Yeah, hold on one second. I can have it. It successfully. Oh, hold on a second.
You make them do a little dance or something? Make a little love, get down tonight, something.
Yeah, let me move it out here in the center so we can give the robot some space to celebrate successfully going up the stairs and opening the door. A little bow.
Oh, he does a bow. You gotta love it.
And let's do a little dance.
You gotta see this video, folks. If you're not watching the video yet, check it out. Spot is dancing and another bow. Oh, fine job.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, and you did a fine job too, Vatche. We appreciate your help and your identifying all the fun things that Spot can do, but more importantly, the safety involved and how Spot can investigate, identify, render safe, and dispose if necessary.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, it's our pleasure. You want more info? Visit Spot at bostondynamics.com. And of course, we'll get you there too, as we do with all of our guests. But again, come see this video. I think you'll get a really good kick out of it. You said I can pet him, right? I can pet him? Thank you, Spot, for doing such a... Okay. Now he's waving goodbye to Chris and making sure the camera sees him. Gotta love it. Meantime, back with more from IACP here in Boston. I'm Dave Graveline. Stay tuned right here on the Advanced Media Network with Robots and More.